Hello, it's 4:30 p.m. June 6th, 2020. Excuse me. Um, and you can see that we have some temperature drops because of the showers, and we're going to talk about that. But look at the temperatures over in New Jersey, still upper 80s. Looks like it's 90 in Tom's River once again. And for us, we are in the 70s, but we were well into the mid 80s before these showers came through. So let's take a look at the radar right now. We have some showers actually that have moved through. And there was a little bit, actually, some thunderstorms. I didn't really hear any thunder with them in Nassau County, but it looked like there was a pretty sizable one actually that went. Just move this up a little bit here. It looked like there was a pretty sizable one that went right over. I don't know. It must have just missed us because we didn't really get a downpour. We got a little bit of a downpour, and then there's a second area here. So that first one looked like it's northwest Suffolk, northeast Nassau. Looks like that went right over Hicksville, and then kind of weakened. They didn't get anything on the east end from that, and then there's this next one here that's coming through over here that has formed. That's because the cold front has still yet to really come through. We're still seeing the humidity and the heat across the area. Let's take a look at this radar here as well. You see the general idea here that we have with these thunderstorms that are around. Was there a warning out for that one for a little bit? Yes, there was a brief severe thunderstorm warning for a very brief amount of time with that thunderstorm there. And then there's another line of showers. So you're seeing that thunderstorm activity that I completely expected that I would see today. See, the sun is back out in Central Park again. So 71 thunderstorm light rain at Farmingdale. So see, before the thunderstorms came though, it got up to 86 degrees in Farmingdale. So it's typical for much of Long Island. It looks like that thunderstorm put down about a 0.34 inches of rain. We haven't really gotten all that much rain on Long Island. I was hoping we'd get a little more. The downpours, depending on where you are, some areas got them, some areas didn't get them. Tom's River, we know, is up to 90 degrees. They haven't seen any rain today at all in Tom's River yet. And very humid, too. Let's take a look at this. So 89 degrees in Tom's River, but they got up to 90. But west wind at 14, gusting to 22. So we got the west wind, and we've been dealing with that all day. Dew points got up to the 70s here, too, as well. They haven't gotten anything. They've been bone dry all day today. But here we've had some pretty high dew points. So if I would look at Farmingdale, it looks like dew points down to 62 though, so that's good news. But dew points were in the low 70s, 72 degree dew point earlier today. So very muggy conditions. So the conditions are definitely favorable for these thunderstorms. But if you go upstate, it's really not that much cooler. 82, but the dew point is lower at 64. The west wind at 50. So the front is coming through, but it's a little bit of a lag before it gets cooler. Here's a look at the lightning. Not a lot of lightning with this storm. I know what I do want to look at power outages, see if the storm caused any power outages. Probably not many, but we'll take a look and we'll see here. We got 2,852. Okay, so there are some power outages here from the storm. Looks like it did wind up hitting Plainview actually a little bit. And old Bethpage here is two fairly large ones here. Little bit around Hicksville, not that much. Actually, one in Mineola, believe it or not. Very small one. Mostly small outages. And this is the area where the storms really hit hard. So this northeast Nassau area, or eastern Nassau area. It's starting to pour here. I hear it again. So that's the cell. That's this cell here that we're seeing here. We'll go back to our radar here. So it's this cell right here that we're seeing. This second cell. If I pause it right at the end, you'll see right there. If I can get it, that was the line moving through. You can see that heavy stuff. This was around 3:30. Let me see if I can just move this like this. Yeah. So now this is the second area of showers that's coming through. And then you have this bigger line up here in east of New Haven. That's it. And again, this is all part of the cold front that's coming through right now. Close this up. So I guess we'll shift gears and talk about Cristobal. Tropical Storm Cristobal. Probably not saying it right, but let's take a look at the latest on this thing. Get our map here. No, that's not the one. That's not the one we want. It's this one. So, Tropical Storm Cristobal, maximum sustained winds up to 50 miles an hour. Its movement is north of 12. And it looks like it's on track to heading right toward New Orleans. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for Alabama, Mississippi coast, as well as Louisiana coast as well. And it's definitely picking up some strength now. We're going to take a look at it on the satellite, too, in a moment. So we'll take a look at the latest public advisory on Cristobal briefly. So its location is 310 miles or 500 kilometers south-southwest of the mouth of the Mississippi River. Max sustained winds of 50 miles an hour. Movement is north of 12. And the minimum central pressure is 994 millibars or 29.36 inches. So they're really concerned about a storm surge warning for the mouth of the Mississippi River to the Ocean Springs, Mississippi. So, yeah, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama have to watch out. The coast storm surge watch is in effect for east of Morgan City, Louisiana to the mouth of the Mississippi River. Tropical storm warning is in effect for intracoastal Louisiana to the Okaloosa, Walton County, Florida line, and Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Mariposa. This is pretty much, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but we're going to be reading a lot of these as we track this thing, especially tomorrow. We'll probably read it. I mean, it's not an intense tropical storm, but it's going to strengthen, and that's the thing. So, and you can see the forecast track here. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite. Okay, this is a satellite for our area, but we're going to actually change this and take a look at. You can see the drier air off to the north here, but you can see they're still waiting for this front to come through. So let's go and take a look at the Gulf of Mexico. Oops. There it is. Look at that. Wow. It's really picking up strength. It's also a very large storm. Look at the feed coming from this. So let's make this a little larger here so you can get a better view of this here. We'll actually use the tropical tidbits too if you want. But look at this large circulation here. I mean, this is large. I mean, it takes up the entire Gulf of Mexico here. And you can see that moisture conveyor coming right up into the, and this is the wet side of the storm right here. And there's the center of it, right over the Gulf of Mexico. All right, we'll look at tropical tidbits now. Before I look at the models, we're going to go to current storms and Tropical Storm Cristobal. So we'll again look at the models. Pretty much in agreement. This thing is going to hit, pretty much go over New Orleans or just go west of New Orleans, just west of New Orleans. So pretty decent agreement on the track here of this storm here. And it is pouring here again, so that's why I'm stuck in here. Hopefully we can go out later. So here's the satellite image. So there's one satellite image. Let's see if we can get some. I just want to see the non-colorized version. I guess they don't have it. Wow, it is absolutely pouring here. I can hear it. So we're getting a pretty good downpour right now. Here's the visible. Yeah, here we go. It's the one I want. So you clearly see the eye here. I'm going to have to refresh that radar that I have up, I think. So that's what it looks like there. Cristobal in the Gulf of Mexico. All right, I'm going to go and look at that radar again because it is absolutely pouring here. Oh yeah, there's the downpour. It's flared up again. Yep. So this is the downpour now moving through. I'm hoping this can get to Suffolk County because Suffolk County's been gypped so far. I mean, the eastern part of it hasn't gotten anything. really. But this is a good sizable downpour here coming our way, which we could use. We need the rain. Um, so yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the AccuWeather here and get a closer look at this. Not gonna move on. Just want to get back to our weather now. So we looked at Cristobal. There's so many things going on with the weather. It's like, and then there's more activity up here too. So it's like a secondary trough. So yep, this is what's over us right now. So yeah, absolutely pouring over us right now. Absolutely pouring. This is all moving, and it's just a very slow-moving cold front. It's just taking its time. These storms aren't moving very fast either, so they could bring a good amount of rain. We may have to take a look at the rainfall totals later and see what we're going to get out of this, but it's coming down pretty good out there right now. So I guess we'll go and look at the forecasts now and the models. Let's see. We'll keep it. We had Cristobal right here, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Here's this low and this series of cold fronts moving through our area right now. So we move this along here. And see, here's Cristobal. So it brings it ashore. Cristobal comes on shore. Said probably about 24 hours from now. And it's going to come ashore in New Orleans. Meanwhile, we've got a nice dry day, though I noticed there's a little bit of rain hanging around the New England coast. I don't know what that's about for tomorrow. And then it tracks due north, due up the Midwest. And then we see that high just blocking it for us. So, okay. So that's pretty much what it looks like there with Cristobal as far as its track goes. But there's always an intensity, and we have to look at the wind speed. So we're going to look at the winds here on this and see. Wind-wise, it's not going to be that impressive. GFS does not have the wind-wise that impressive. Well, it does on the east side. You can have winds up to 40 knots or better. So, on the east side, the west side won't be that impressive. And again, there's going to be some power outages probably and some coastal flooding. Hopefully, this won't turn into a disaster. Because that area is very low lying. Hopefully, their pumps are working and everything, and then you can see the circulation kind of just get lost into an extratropical regular low pressure system there that's going well up into Canada. So you can see that circulation right there. That is the GFS on the winds. However, there are other models we can look at, like the NAM, which are a little stronger and a little tighter. Like the NAM's just a little tighter with this. You can see it's a little tighter with it. Timing is about right, and it tracks a little further to the west too. I notice, like wobbles a little bit there. You can see the track on that wobbling. And of course, the other thing is how much rain this thing's going to bring. This is going to bring a lot of rain. So look at total accumulated precip on the NAM here. This is the 12-kilometer NAM. And you can see it has some areas, you can see those yellows there, some areas could get 10 inches or more of rain, between the storm surge and the rainfall. There's going to be a lot of flooding in this area. And that's something we're going to have to keep track of as we head into tomorrow night. And I'll be tracking it for you. Let me go to the GFS here. Similar idea here. GFS a little less with the rain, but it's a similar idea. Okay, let's go to our weather here and focus on what's going to be happening with our weather now. How are we going to get these temperatures down? Because it's hot out there. Well, let's take a look. So, pretty hot today. Drops tonight slowly. This is still in the 70s, though. This is as of midnight, so it's definitely slow with this front. Tomorrow, we've got the mid-70s. So it'll be comfortable mid-70s for Monday as well. Getting closer to 80 on Tuesday. But no real major heat, as you see throughout the week. No real major heat. Dew points, let's take a look at that now. So you can see still hanging on to the humidity, and we're finally getting rid of it later. So yeah, unfortunately this front's moving a little slower as thought. It always seems to be that way. It brings the front through fast, like around noon, and the GFS has a habit of doing this, and it winds up being a little more toward like 5 or 6 o'clock. The dew points will start dropping by then, and then we have nice low dew points tomorrow. You see, there's a little moisture over here though, and that's something I don't know what that's about, like a little wave. It almost looks like there's a secondary front over here. You look at the wind; it's coming from the northeast over here, but the northwest over here on this side, which is interesting. But low dew points, comfortable, pretty much comfortable. We're not dealing with the humidity until Wednesday, ahead of a cold front, where we may have to deal with some humidity, and then that cold front hopefully moves through, or does it get stuck? Looks like it might wash out. Oh yeah, we're gonna have trouble getting rid of that humidity. And by the way, this date, June 16th, I think, June 16th, Connecticut, you can eat inside a restaurant, but not New York. At least Connecticut's been handling this much better, uh, with the timing of everything. But that's another topic. Okay, let's look at the NAM model, and I want to see the NAM model, and I want to see. This is going to have a little bit of a higher resolution. Actually, you know what? Let me deny it. 3 kilometer. No, we'll just do the 12 kilometer. It's fine. So you can see those high dew points. We're finally going to get rid of them, but it's not going to be until probably after 6 o'clock tonight. And then the dew points finally go down, and we start seeing the cooler, drier air coming in for tomorrow. It looks like there's some kind of circulation over there. Might be a sea breeze tomorrow develop in the afternoon. Wouldn't surprise me. And then Monday, dry, and then we see a little more of that humidity on Tuesday. Okay, I want to see the deals with that precipitation there that's trying to be developed off. Let's see this. Yeah, so the NAM is also developing this too. It's like an area of showers that develops over eastern coastal New England, from like Boston, coastal Massachusetts, and maybe it might nick the east end of Long Island maybe tomorrow. Interesting. So I don't know what that's about. It's like a little wave, a little spoke of energy over there or something. Then we're dry though. We should be dry on Long Island for the most part. Monday too. It's Tuesday. We're dry, so we won't have to worry about any more rain after we get through these showers here. And like I said, the last of them, that should be the last one moving through right now, hopefully. Okay, so we'll move this over to the 3 kilometer NAM and look at this again. Look at the 3 kilometer NAM. That's the higher resolution, so you can see those showers there. I'm just curious. So look at that. What happens tomorrow there? Maybe even a thunderstorm over there. A little bit of instability on, a little spoke of energy right there from that low. But we're dry. So look, that might impact cloud cover though. So let's take a look and see our skies for tomorrow. Clearing out tonight. Tomorrow looks like the clouds. Yeah, there may be some clouds over Suffolk County that might pop up, like in the afternoon maybe. A little instability there. Looking at Monday, probably more sun on Monday. Maybe a little more cloudiness for your Sunday there. Not that bad. Look at the GFS now. So many things to talk about with the weather lately. It's just unbelievable. Alright, so here we go. It's Sunday. You can see those clouds. Looks like GFS keeps most of them away, because maybe eastern Suffolk County they get nicked. Monday, maybe some scattered clouds. Tuesday, it looks like we're going to have clear skies on maybe some clouds to start Tuesday, then clear skies, and then Wednesday we'll have more clouds. And then you can see that boundary there that we might deal with on Thursday. Friday should be decent. So all in all, decent. At least we're avoiding any substantial heat. We will actually put the GFS in, put it far ahead here. Let's see if we see any really major heat. I don't see any major heat. This is good. This is good. Not until maybe the end of the month. That's the GFS and its 10 plus day. 10 plus day thing that it always does. So I think that'll wrap it up. We're trying to cover everything here. Yeah, and there's the radar. We'll refresh this one more time. This is the higher resolution radar, which I prefer. It's just, I don't know why the Weather Service doesn't offer a high resolution like this. So yeah, there's that cell there that just moved through our area. So you can see it looks like it's moved through Mineola. It's Jamaica, Mineola, going down to like Rockville Center. It's got like a T shape, so it's all moving this way. There's another little cell that just popped over here, though. So interesting. We're gonna have to watch this. It's just a lot because we got it waiting for this cold front to come through, and it's just taking its time. And I'm not gonna spend another day at home again, so I'm gonna be going out there. It's bad. I'm gonna have to defy the governor's order, but hopefully nothing bad results of that. But anyway, I think that will be it for this weather update. One more thing I'll look at, and then that'll be it. I'm trying to cover everything here. We'll look at the Storm Prediction Center, and we're going to look at the Climate Prediction Center. See, no, they did add something in here. Look at this. So they actually have a slight risk over part of New England there, and then a marginal risk over our area today. They added that in there. So I'm glad they did, because there were some of these storms. We haven't seen anything severe, but potential certainly is there that we could see something severe. These storms look pretty heavy, and there was a severe thunderstorm warning briefly for that other storm that passed through about an hour ago. Okay, Climate Prediction Center. Let's just take a look at the climate outlook. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Looks like we're going to be below normal in the east, the 6 to day, 10, and the 8 to 14, which is good. Our precipitation, near normal to slightly below normal. So we're in a good, decent pattern here. Fortunately, avoiding the heat. With everything closed, it's very important that we do avoid the heat, because it gets hot. It's going to be rough, and it's going to push me to, possibly have a conflict with the police, and I don't want to have that, over something so trivial as sitting inside a restaurant. But anyway, that is going to be it. Take care, and watch out for some showers and thunderstorms right for the next hour. We should be in the clear, I think, hopefully soon. Take care, everybody.